The thunder is rolling up here this morning. I just had to, whoa, I heard some thunder right outside the studio. How are you today? Well, I'm doing fine. I can't complain. It's Friday. It is pouring the rain. Wow. Pouring the rain. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Now, I was thinking yesterday, last week, Diane, good morning, Diane. Last week, we were not here Friday. We did not take Friday off. I had some things to do. You had some things to do, but still yet we didn't do a show Friday. And I was thinking yesterday, I wonder if, and I was going like this through my phone, I'm looking around. I'm wondering if we could just not do a show on Fridays. I mean, 3-day weekends that would, and then all of a sudden I'm looking, boom, an alert. Mike Waltz out at NSA. Boy, that ended that thought really quickly. I guess we'll have to stick with the 5 days a week. Whew, just like that. All right, so I want to turn your attention to a couple things. We have a 3-hour show, the first 2 hours every day. I'm your host, BKP. Welcome this morning. Glad to have you. Diane is happy that you're here. And on voiceofruralamerica.com. For 2 hours every morning, we work on national news, and we bring up items that pertain to us Americans from sea to shining sea. Now, sometimes within the 2 hours, we incorporate a little bit from Georgia, because if you're out there coast to coast, many of you have started paying close attention to Georgia, especially since the 2020 steal of the election from Donald J. Trump and the American people. So every once in a while, if it's something that would pertain to a national, we'll put it in the first 2 hours. Froze up already. And I know I don't have a problem with the processor. Interesting. Okay. Got to figure this out, but we will. So we created the third hour called the Georgia Hour. Okay. The Georgia Hour, where we focus on Georgia news and trying to drain the Georgia swamp. Now, last night, there was a GOP Inc. Forum for the state officers in the 9th District. Now, Chairman McCoon will only attend where he has a hostile team available to attack. They are picking and choosing and setting up all of his events. David Cross, Lisa Pierce, Noreen Cantor, they have to enter into the arena that he sets up or he won't attend. And they set up the event to be hostile, ugly. They even bring number 24. I mean, they even card in the attack dog. They bring in the attack dog. It's very, well, look for yourself. I mean, what if that was sitting on the front row and you were trying to, just saying. So they bring in the attack dog. They get the attack dog sitting on the front row. And very hostile. But we powered through last night. And at 10 o'clock, we have a team. Yesterday, we exposed some things here, and we appreciate the work out there. You're doing the work. You're the research team. And our research team out there is combing through FEC filings from the Georgia GOP Inc., page after page after page. You're getting it to us. We're getting it out. because we're not afraid of the attack dog. We can woof right back at you, all right? You don't bother us. So we have more documents coming out today. Now, yesterday we found out that the Georgia GOP Inc. has been purchasing personal training gym membership on the company credit card where you make donations. We found that out last night. Josh McCoon had to answer for it, but he's not finished answering the question, and we're going to show you what he said last night. You're going to listen to it at 10 o'clock, and we're going to show you there's a lot of open ends there. Who had the credit card, Josh? How'd it get run? Boom, boom. Who's over at the gym? A lot of questions. Now, take down the attack dog. I mean, that's a furry, fearful photo right out of the box. Now, okay, so you're hearing Mike Waltz.
You just got
right?
another email from your research department on some of the spending at the GOP. So it's kind of interesting. I think he's getting his GOP credit card mixed up with his personal credit card, honestly.
Are you telling me that's why they send the FEC 90-page report to the treasurer, Lori McLean, like at 2:50 in the afternoon and say it must be signed now? And there's no way to go through it? Yeah. 90 pages. Could that be it on a Friday at 2? Hey, we need it signed right now.
I don't know.
All right, so hang
last
tight.
I looked is Brooks Brothers. Isn't that a shirt place?
Oh no, he's wearing them nice jackets. I browse through there. I'm a browser, but I just browse through Brooks Brothers.
Okay. Woo. Just wondering. I thought Brooks Brothers was a place where you buy clothing, not somewhere where
I go to the Goodwill, look for sport coats. I'm sorry. Could you get the attack dog off there? Please. I mean, how much longer do I have to be in fear of Chihuahua coming after me? All right, so as Diane says, the research team is working. Oh, we're scouring all 90 pages. Yes, we got a whole team working. We're going to bring them all up. All right? Now, right? Remember, Lori McLean said she did not know how the credit cards were being used because, well, let's just say 10 o'clock. Diane, you got me all worked up now. I mean, I can't wait till 10 o'clock. All right, so call your friends, call your neighbors, call the attack dog. All right, here is something Mike Waltz. Oh, no, the Georgia GOP, I think it's very, very corrupt. I've said it over and over, and that's part of draining the swamp. And they're trying to hang on to that. They're fighting. The battle is on. Now, you keep hearing this. Give me number 19. All right, 19. So you hear Mike Waltz. We're gonna put it all together. Like, what has your bingo card? What's your bingo card? Take all those documents you got, and when you get a brief minute, and I'm not calling numbers out, like at a bingo, start boxing those up, getting them ready. I'll have to put numbers to them during the break. Trump, Signalgate. Now, what's going on here at the NSA? What is actually happening at the NSA? You have Mike Waltz, Pete Hegseth, firing at the Department of Defense, firing at NSA, Rupert Murdoch, Fox News, New York Post, going after Trump, Steve Witkoff. You have Laura Loomer. You have Tucker Carlson. You have number 23, Jeff Goldberg goes to the White House, just 2 days ago from The Atlantic. right? And interviews Trump. This is the guy that Mike Waltz accidentally brought in to the Signal Group. There's one name not getting enough recognition this morning. Now, I told you last week, right, on the Sunday show, Jake Sullivan. I told you. What did I tell you? I said last week on the Sunday show, they brought in Jake Sullivan. I don't know how you archive pictures. Is there any way to find that one from Monday morning? I know today's Friday. I forgot to pull in Jake Sullivan. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. I'm serious as can be. But I said, what did I say Monday? There's no such thing as coincidence here. All these things are connected. Watch what happens this week. So, NSA director from Biden goes on and starts talking about Signalgate and Pete Hegseth and Mike Waltz. And then Jeff Goldberg goes to the White House, does an interview with Trump. And then Mike Waltz is reassigned. Now, this is not a negative comment concerning President Donald Trump. But J.D. Vance, I don't know that I would have went on Fox News yesterday and equated this to a promotion. I don't think I would have done that. There's Jake Sullivan. Thank you. Hold on to that one for when I just call it. I don't have a number. Just put that somewhere in a box. But remember, former Biden National Security Advisor this past weekend. Man. Huh. Now, 87. I do not think I would have went anywhere and called Waltz to UN ambassador a promotion. I don't think I would have done that. I think I would have, if I was the administration and I got rid of Mike Waltz, I think I would have went out there and said, we're just making some changes at this time. Mike Waltz has done everything the president has asked him. And we do have a very crucial opening with Elise Stefanik in New York, pulling out of UN consideration ambassador because of that district in New York she's going to stay in. That's a very crucial slot, and we all felt Mike Waltz was best for that at this time. And move on. I don't know why you would have called that a promotion. And then also, I have to tell you, I'm a little like, so what you're going to do is you're going to take this guy from a position, Mike Waltz, all right, that required give me number 88, no Senate confirmation hearing. And you're going to move him to the UN, where now he has to go through a Senate confirmation hearing and be grilled and peppered with questions as they produce it for TV clips for Democrats to run and campaign on in 2026. I don't know. This one is you got to watch the bingo card. Now, we will get into his there's not enough discussion in the forefront about this right here, number 21. Give me number 21 right here. And then, now, And go to 67. Marco's responsibilities grow. Now, I told you when we went to the 100 days, I said this yesterday or day before. I know you remember hearing it. Today's Friday. I think I said it Wednesday, maybe Thursday. That'd be yesterday once again. I said, what did I say? I said, this guy is impressing me. He is. He's impressing me. Now, if memory serves me correctly, right, if I'm looking at this properly, if the pictures are correct in my brain, little Marco is always sitting to the right of Trump. Very, very close to Trump. I never know when somebody's going to tip me off on something this big. Yeah, okay. I get that. He doesn't get confirmed. I get that. We'll go back to that in a minute. I wanted to check because you guys are on the ball. You guys are dead on it. So I like that. We'll explore that in a moment. But Waltz is out. All right. And Waltz is out, and it didn't take that long for the first NSA director in Trump's first term, General Michael Flynn, to be out, right? But Marco Rubio has excelled right here on the right hand. Who is Trump's top personal advisor? Who do you think? Who actually has Trump's ear on a daily basis? Is it Tulsi Gabbard? So, Marco, I just want you to pay attention to this because there's very few times that, and I know he's saying it to be a jackass, and I know he's saying it to be arrogant and all the above, but there's very few times that Joe Scarborough says something that I say, I can't gloss over it. I know what you're about to say. Number 68. You mean you think this guy said something we can't gloss over? Give me video 3.
Policy. Don't know what it is from day to day sometimes, but that's Donald Trump.
Yeah, the guy you used to call Little Marco is now doing the full Kissinger. I mean, Secretary of
Many
State,
jobs.
National Security Advisor. Let's talk. Everybody's in.
The guy he used. You get it. I'm with you. We will break down every bit of that as we keep laying the puzzle pieces on the table to review. All right? You cannot go down one single road with this. You got to put this name over here, this name over here. You have to. Now, Laura Loomer has done an amazing job. Laura Loomer has done the vetting, investigating, research on these people that should have been done in the first place with President Trump's team. But it did not happen. So I got to give it to her. And she has a team of researchers. But at the same time, number 67, as everyone is focused on Mike Waltz, and everybody is focused, the Democrats, well, wait a minute, let me go, Mike Waltz. Give me video 2.
I think they're holding the wrong guy accountable.
So you're talking about
Yeah. I mean, I think that's where the accountability should be, not with the National Security Advisor.
So
that's my view.
have you guys got?
So I was surprised to see this. I think they fired the wrong guy.
The question is whether the right person's being held accountable. I think there has to be accountability for the mistakes and the errors
that had been made, but I think the Secretary of Defense ought to bear that responsibility.
Well, it's long overdue. I mean, he's the guy who started that classified text chain when there were classified channels available. It's his responsibility, but I also think Pete Hegseth needs to be fired as well. After all, Mr. Hegseth is the person who put the classified information on that text chain, who then also shared that same classified information on a separate text chain involving his wife, for crying out loud. I think the president is getting rid of Mike Walsh as protecting Hegseth.
Hey, that's
Give me number 34. I get it. Mike Waltz, but it's Pete Hegseth they want. This is Laura Logan. I pay attention to everything. All right, I'm just always, I'm over here, I'm over here, I'm over here, I'm over here. I mean, for my size, I'm awful agile, you know, bada bing, bada boom. I don't know where that comes from. I'm sorry, my apology. I'll reel that back. This was the point of the signal chat operation. Take note. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries told Fox News, that damn Fox News, the National Security Advisor, Mike Waltz, is out. He's the first. He certainly won't be the last. Okay. All right. So we've got our eyes open. Take that down. But I just want to lay attention, and we're going to break some more things down. I want to lay attention to where's he at? Where is he at? Where's that little guy at? Number 21. Little Marco. Now, I tell you what, was it yesterday or day before? I said, I'm impressed with Marco. So I'm impressed. I am. And the cabinet meeting, he laid it out to the president, and he looked right at that reporter and he said, I'll tell you who I won't tell. I won't tell a judge. I won't talk to a judge. And sadly to say, you gotta use your trained ear. Scarborough says, like a Kissinger moment. Nixon Kissinger. I'm just saying. Now, give me video 4.
Marco Rubio is now Secretary of State, acting National Security Advisor. He's also acting head of USAID, and I believe he's still acting head of the National Archives.
He has 4 jobs. That's right.
That's right. So that's not a good sign. It means that none of these institutions is being properly run or properly taken seriously, or his real leadership. And that's confusing for anyone who's trying to plan a strategy, who's trying to understand.
Four job. Him have 4 jobs, Marco. Just saying. And he has Trump's ear. And he's sitting side by side with President Trump. Pay attention to this move here. Now, we're going to put all the other moves, and I'm going to tell you who I think really has President Trump's ear in just a minute. And we know we're up against, look, you can get mad all day long. Give me 68. You could say, hey, we're up against MSNBC. No, we're not. We're up against ABC. No, we're not. We're up against CBS. No, we're not. We're up against CNN. No, we're not. We're up against Fox News, Rupert Murdoch, the Post, the Murdoch Post. We're up against the Wall Street Journal, the Murdoch. That's what we're up against. Just think about it. Deep state battle. Hey, Laura Loomer, great job. Let me have this one here. We're going to come back. Give me video 5 because they're losing their biscuits last night on CNN. Video 5.
It's also really telling who is celebrating this news today, including Laura Loomer. Who is Loomer? She is a far-right internet activist, online personality with a sordid history of conspiracy theories, and she loves to pick fights online. Loomer is considered...
All right, we'll play the rest of that in a minute. I want to go and take a break while I sort out my sordid history as a conspiracy theorist. I'm your host, BKP. The attack dog was out last night. Woof, woof. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be back right after these messages.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report. Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, Visit us online or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Some of my video, we're working on the processor to see exactly what it is. It's not on Diane's end. It's on my end. I have a top computer, a top processor. So we've been working on it to see what we think the cause of sometimes the frames freezing up. So we apologize for that. We're working on that. It could be the overload of graphics. It could be the overload of what we're trying to do in the system because we're trying to pull off a lot of stuff. So I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Now, at 10 o'clock will be the Georgia Hour. We found some personal trainer receipts yesterday. We have teams scouring through. So I think every day at 10 o'clock, today's Friday, by the time the teams scour through and we put a report together Monday, it'll probably get much worse. It looks like someone, maybe that being the chairman, is using the company credit card personally. It may be. Now, I'm going to have this Monday for the Georgia GOP Inc. I'm going to have it Monday because I have brought to you before, we can't forget, Chairman Josh McCoon works for the technical college system of Georgia. He's a state, well, he may not be an employee, but he's a state employee. We'll discuss that later. And I've said in his travel expense, if you look at his salary, every year since he became Georgia GOP Inc. chairman, his travel expense along with his salary has ballooned. So I've said, I asked the question a long time ago. Could we be turning in a gas receipt to the state for travel and a gas receipt to the Georgia GOP Inc.? Could we? Now we're starting to see this credit card is getting abused at the Georgia GOP Inc. That's why he gets so angry when finances are brought up. Well, we're going to do all that at 10 o'clock. We have it all 10 o'clock, the Georgia Hour. Now, Mike Waltz, he's out. All right. By the way, give me number 2. Trump signed an executive order. All right. Trump signed an executive order stopping funding for NPR and PBS. All right. Trump terminates NPR, PBS federal funding with sweeping executive order. That is happening. A deal. China has come to the table. We'll talk about that around 9 o'clock. China has come to the table, and they want to talk. I told you yesterday to hang on. Number 5, this guy seems to be under investigation. All right, this guy seems to be under investigation. Trump officials say ex-leader of the cybersecurity agency is under investigation. That's Chris Krebs, right? Krebs, who debunked President Trump's lies about the 2020 election, under investigation. So take that down. Now, so you are correct. I was waiting. I left this for the break Now, I did not want to say this earlier because you know I struggle with pronunciation. 67. Unanimous. But I think I could pull off the word unanimous. Is that what it was? Unanimous? And I was waiting, okay? He was approved by the Senate unanimously. Now, this guy has not stature, can't throw out stature because he's little Marco, but his stature is quite large. I'm telling you, Mike Waltz, everything that's happening. I don't know. Has this guy had a conversion? Is he the right guy? A lot. But did Democrats miss that? Or did they just say, well, we like Marco. He's one of us in the Senate? Because this guy got approved, no pushback from the Senate. And many of you don't trust him. That's why I told you at the opening. This is the guy you got to pay attention to. I got it. All right, now take him down. Now, so we have Signalgate, right? We have Signalgate, and we have, this is the guy they want, number 7. They want him next. You got to go around the world to get some news. They want this guy right here. They want Pete Hegseth. Democrats push Trump to remove Pentagon chief, right? They want him out next. Take that down. So we have the Signal. We have Jeff Goldberg at The Atlantic writes an article. He got invited into a Signal group where Hegseth said some things concerning an attack on the Houthi rebels. Next thing you know, it's called Signalgate 1, Signalgate 2. And then you have vetting from number 1. Laura Loomer goes to the White House. And several get fired. Megastar who influenced Trump aide bloodbath firings hints she was behind Mike Waltz ouster. Let's go ahead. She went to the White House. Mike Waltz has a bunch of people gone. Trump administration figures out how to get rid of Mike Waltz and Laura Loomer. Give me number 6. She's making national headlines, right? The 2 women at the center of Mike Waltz's demise. There you go, Loomer and Susie Wiles. And they get Waltz out of there. Where's the picture? Right, number 34. But who they really want's Pete Hegseth, as Laura Logan says. And along with Waltz, they get this guy, Alex Wong, number 8. He's gone. Now, as much as I like Laura Loomer and as much as I follow her work and I think this is a good move to get rid of these guys, take that down, I always watch who the media is paying a lot of attention to, and then I think about who are they not even talking about. Now, they're drawing, this is video 5, right?
So toxic by some Trump aides. It's also really telling who is celebrating this news today, including Laura Loomer. Who is Loomer? She is a far-right internet activist, online personality with a sordid history of conspiracy theories, and she loves to pick fights online. Loomer is considered so toxic by some Trump aides that they've tried to keep her out of meetings with President Trump in the past. But you might remember about a month ago, Loomer was able to get into the Oval Office and have FaceTime with Trump, and today she is celebrating this report about Waltz and others being out. She's basically saying she's winning scalps.
Now, back on CNN, video one.
But we don't know exactly what influence Lara Loomer had in Mike Waltz's departure, but if she had any, this really is the inmates running the asylum. I mean, the notion that a person like that can have any influence over presidential personnel decisions.
Well, I mean, she wanted the
is just
NSA.
Extraordinary.
The NSA head out, and he was let go.
Yeah, that's extraordinary too. I mean, I think this is a point where I disagree with some of the analysts on what was the real cause of Waltz going, because I think it also says something important about Trump. People say with great confidence, "Oh well."
Give me number 80. So they're focusing on Laura Loomer, Mike Waltz, right? Alex Wong. I get it. The Wall Street Journal, none other than who? You know who. Chaos is embedded in Trump's DNA. John Bolton, number 79. Now, Donald Trump's chaotic national security governance is in full flood, whether it's risking American military operations, making volatile, highly dubious tariff decisions, hiring uninformed senior advisors, or seeing senior government officials dissenting from presidential decisions. The disarray is palpable and likely to spread. John Bolton, Wall Street Journal, owned by the Murdochs. So take that down. Now, I'm going to give you a couple things, and we're going to leave it there in the puzzle that I want you to pay attention to. So, Signalgate, Atlantic gets invited in. Jeff Goldberg, all the above, right? We have everything spinning around NSA, Mike Waltz. We know what happens. We know the first move that the deep state makes is NSA. We know that. We know that from General Flynn in the first administration. We know how they operate NSA. Keep in mind, General Flynn, 2017, right out of the box. This is what they try to do, is they're disrupting the whole, right? The whole thing. Now, that being said, we've got Russia, we've got Iran, we've got the Mossad of Israel over here, or you cannot take anything out of this, all right? We'll get to China wants to make a deal in a minute. So give me this one here. This is the recent firing. Remember the recent firing? This goes together, 66, all right? Now this whole thing, Ukraine, Russia, Iran, you have Pakistan, India, Syria. Dan Caldwell was one of the strongest voices in the Pentagon opposing war with Iran, and then he was falsely accused of leaking classified documents and fired. Tucker Carlson, Dan goes immediately to Tucker Carlson. I've told you this over and over in this program. Tucker did not write this with any question marks. Now, Tucker is very fond of peace. So am I. Tucker is very opposed to war. So am I. Tucker highlights warmongers and puts a stop to it, much like I would. All right? I've watched, we won't talk about that. This past week was 50 years. And I can't use the word celebrate. All right? This past week was 50 years of the fall of Saigon and Vietnam. All right? And to all my veteran friends and Vietnam veterans, God bless you that you went and did what you did, sacrificed the way you did for your family and the ones left behind for what McNamara, Johnson, and others did to you, and they continue to do to our men and women wearing the uniform. Period, okay? So Tucker feels the same way I do. I grew up with this. Tucker's a couple years younger than me. We're tired of seeing the kids and the military-industrial complex, tired of it. So Tucker really likes this guy. And I showed you this week, Tucker likes this guy here. Give me number 33. Tucker likes Steve Witkoff. Now, this all goes together with Waltz and NSA. It does. All right. This is Steve Witkoff's a critical role in negotiating global peace, and the warmongers trying to stop him. Right. Now, this is very recent. Tucker Carlson, Steve Witkoff's official critical role in negotiating global peace, and the warmongers trying to stop him. We're not going to play this whole interview. I would suggest to go watch it, but let's do a couple minutes of it, Diane. Video 7.
Steve, thank you so much for coming. So I think you've had one of the most, maybe the most remarkable life trajectories of anyone I've ever met. And you wind up, close to Trump. You campaigned with Trump. You're an intimate friend of the president's, and you could have had any job you don't want any job because you're doing your own thing. And then he taps you as a diplomat, as a negotiator on behalf of him, and you wind up becoming, probably the most effective negotiator in my lifetime. And you have, you speak for the president. I think everyone acknowledges that. You're honest, and people like you personally. So those are obviously the foundations of effective diplomacy. But what have you learned about negotiating on behalf of a country in the last couple months?
Well, first of all, I think President Trump sets the table for all of us. He really does. This whole peace through strength thing, it's not just a slogan. Yeah. It actually works. And so when he dispatches you to go to the Middle East, people are almost a little bit intimidated before you get there. And this goes for me and, other people who are doing a similar job. So he sets the table in a pretty powerful way. But negotiating is being outcome oriented. I talk about this a lot. It's figuring out where you want to get to. That's Trump's game plan all the time. I sit with the president and we talk often about what the end game is. Where does he want to get to? And once you decide where you want to get to, then it's all about tactically figuring out what that pathway is. With the Middle Eastern, Tucker, when I first got in, and I was talking to Brett McGurk, who was the envoy on behalf of Biden. He was a smart guy.
Yes.
He just didn't have a great boss giving him direction. So he couldn't really speak on behalf of Biden. I was able to speak on behalf of Trump because we talked about it. We had a great conversation about it. He said to me, "This is where I want to get to, Steve." And so when I went in there, I went in with the imprimatur of the president. And it became that's the difference maker.
But
that's the difference maker. Direct from Trump. Now, I know I went through the intro, but I wanted you to hear that. That's the difference maker. Witkoff is getting direction from Trump, laying the direction out to Putin in Iran, okay, in Israel, wherever he goes. He is he knows Trump's outcome, where he wants to be. And you see Steve Witkoff, critical role in negotiating global peace. And the warmongers want to try to stop him. The warmongers don't want to try to stop Steve Witkoff. They want to try to stop Trump. All right? Bottom line, and you and I. And they want to put our kids. So let me just say this before we go out of here, because there's so many pieces to this, and you need to study. If you get stuck in one lane on this, you got to get everything together. Like, this has to do with Nance? Absolutely. Absolutely. So, the Post, 29. What did they do recently? Because Trump and Witkoff and Tucker Carlson are heading in one direction, Steve Witkoff shouldn't be leading Iran-Russia negotiation, allies and insiders say. Allies and insiders. Why should he not be leading that? Because he is getting the direct outcome that Trump wants to achieve directly from Trump and delivering it direct. Is that why? Insiders? This was April 30th. You got to understand, April 30th, what is it, May 2nd? 2 days ago, the attack? These are all being laid out. Timeline. Jake Sullivan, Sunday. What's that got to do with it? NSA. Goldberg in the Oval Office. Every single thing is laid out. Now, Witkoff, give me number 30. President Trump's special envoy to the Middle East, former real estate attorney and investor Steve Witkoff, has left administration insiders distressed by his approach to negotiating with two of America's greatest adversaries, Iran and Russia. See, Trump knows. Now, I don't know what the outcome of this will be. I do not have. All I do is look at every single thing in the circle. That's all I do. And try to lay out where things are moving or what the moving parts are. That's the best thing I can describe, is I look for moving parts. Now, I don't know what the outcome of this will be, but you got to keep in mind, you got to read these sentences just the way and split them up. Has left administration insiders distressed about his approach to negotiate with two of Iran and Russia. Trump wants to have a conversation with Iran. Trump doesn't want to have a war. Trump wants to have a conversation with Putin. Trump doesn't want any more war. Witkoff, who has become Trump's de facto personal ambassador to Russia, Russian President Vladimir Putin, in addition to taking on Middle East portfolio, takes part in high-level meetings alone. Alone would mean deep state, you stay over there. Just saying. And it is said to have he is said to have occasionally leaned on Kremlin translators in a break with long-standing diplomatic procedure, right? Multiple sources told the Post. Ahead of Witkoff's most recent meeting with Putin this past Friday, the New York native greeted the Kremlin tyrant like an old friend. All right? Like an old friend. Now, one more. Give me this one right here. Number 31. A member of Trump's first. You got to pay attention to this. You can't. I like Laura. You can't get hooked there. She's doing great work. Research team. You can't get hooked on Nance going to the UN and he's out. You got to put every one of these puzzle pieces on the table. A member of Trump's, this is just 2 days ago. There's no coincidence. Absolutely no coincidence whatsoever with any of this. A member of Trump's first administration was more, what's that? Nice guy. Here's the quote. Nice guy. Want to make sure nice guy, but bumbling effing idiot. That's someone out of Trump's first administration. This person said of Witkoff, he should not be doing this alone. Maybe that's just me getting duped. All right. Now, in the role in the Middle East Special Envoy, Witkoff has tried to negotiate a ceasefire and hostage release deal between Israel and Hamas. So, give me number 28. Now, MSNBC, Joe, CNN, ABC, all the above. They're playing off Fox. They're playing off Rupert Murdoch. Murdoch paper gives Trump dire warning to mark his first 100 days. They're playing off this organization. Right? But you guys are over there watching Steve Ducey and Brian Kilmeade and some local. No, I better not say it. But, now, I'm going to tell you this, and then I'm going to throw a couple more pieces of the puzzle together, and you got to go do your research, and you got to get back to me. Don't forget this right here. Give me number 33. I read an article to you this week, and Diane, you remember that I read an article to you this week. This personal advisor, if Witkoff is directly hearing and listening and getting his marching orders direct from President Trump, knowing the outcome they want to achieve, then this guy in the sweater is directly calling Trump, telling him this is the bad guy, this is the bad guy, and this is the bad guy. That's Trump. That's one of Trump's top advisors, right? Give me 66. A lot has happened. Waltz, since this happened, a lot has taken place. I've told you to keep your eye open with this. So Mike Waltz is out. Jeffrey Goldberg, right? Jeffrey Goldberg at the Atlantic. All of a sudden, the Atlantic is, an interesting place to be. I mean, 22. There is 22. Jeffrey Goldberg reveals how Trump weirded him out during an interview. Trump nominates Mike Wallace to UN right underneath. Trump interviewer reveals over there at the Daily Beast, MAGA chief's truly odd obsession. But Mike Waltz is out. This guy right here, 23. Made some comments. We've got Signal Chat 2.0. And then you have where's it at here? I had it a minute ago. I have my Laura Logan quote of the day. Give me number 34. Laura Logan. Waltz may be out, but it's Pete Hegseth, and they're bragging over, the Democrats are bragging about it over there, that Hegseth is next, right? NSA, give me Jake Sullivan. Don't forget, Jake was on there from the deep state just this past weekend, right? Jake Sullivan was on there just this past weekend. Former Biden National Security Advisor. Just saying. On there this past weekend. And number 21, when you put a rope around it all, this guy right here. In fact, Marco Rubio for Nixon, you might want to go check out. Give me video 3.
Policy. You don't know what it is from day to day sometimes, but that's Donald Trump.
Yeah, the guy you used to call Little Marco is now doing the full Kissinger. I mean, Secretary of State, National Security Advisor. Let's talk.
Little Marco is now doing the full Kissinger. This is far from over. Pay attention. There's a lot going on here, a lot of moving parts. We come back. China's ready to make a deal. Guess who may be running for office in Georgia, right? Who may be running for office in Georgia? Trump is going to release his budget. Who is going to D.C. asking Trump for an endorsement? Man, we've got a lot going on. We've got Sally Grubhub. We've got the attack dog on the Georgia Hour. Hostile environment last night. Defending the swamp. All hands on deck. Georgia GOP Inc. Take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're saying those 2 words you want to hear. You're approved. It doesn't matter what credit problems you drove in with. The only thing that matters is you're driving out in a new Chevy. Bankruptcy, foreclosure, job loss, even repossession won't stop you this time. So come hear it for yourself. You're approved at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. It's Friday morning. It's raining in Georgia. It's raining all over the world. Is it raining at your house? It's raining at mine. Hi, how are you? I don't know why I do that stuff. Don't ask me. It just happens. It just happens. I just get like, zoom. I'm out there, and I got to bring it back in. So this past week, Tuesday, I go over to the Golden Corral in Gainesville, and I'm hanging out with great patriots. I'm there 4 hours. I can't get away from these people. No, I don't mean it that way. I just can't. They're just, I love them. I just have to tell you. So I'm there for 4 hours. But anyhow, I go in there. Someone walks up to me and says, well, you know, you won't have Diane to help you out today. So I hope you get everything. I hope you get everything correct because you won't have Diane. I'm like, what the hell? Thanks a lot. That's what was said. It's Friday. We made it. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on Voice of Rural America.com. America, hold on. Number 17. I think we're close. It may be July. I think we're close. But this guy right here may be announcing his next move in politics. Do you know who the guy is? I think we're close. I know that's going to upset you on Friday, but we're going to talk about it. Number 16. We will talk about it today. He is getting ready to make a move. Now, the question is out there, will Brad Raffensperger run for governor of Georgia or Senate? U.S. Senate against John Ossoff. I'm just saying, take that down. I know. I can feel like you throw things at me. I know it's coming, but there you go. Now, China, we told you this. We're going to go through this rapidly, quickly. So number 3, today, what happens today? You remember this happened this week. They do this stuff on purpose. They're so damn corrupt, okay? So remember we had the report earlier in the week, the false report that Amazon, they didn't tell you it was Amazon Hall, a division of like we have crap too, like Temu in China. We have crap too. They didn't tell you that. But early in the week, we told you the whole entire story where they said, well, they're going to add a tariff line on their receipts. Now, China, we did the full report yesterday. You can go watch it yesterday. Their factories are shutting down. All right. They were pretending. Remember, CNN came to you yesterday and talked about how patriotic they are. Oh, how patriotic they are in China. And they were ready to eat frozen potatoes and die first before they capitulate, before they give in to Donald Trump, before they even signal that they would talk. Yeah, shut my factory down. Well, boss, there's 600 of us and we're hungry. Well, you'll be okay. So we showed you all that, right? And CNN and all of our networks and news outlets praised China holding strong, and China's patriotic, and China was pushing back, all the above. Their factories. Remember yesterday, the real estate slump? Remember the property slump? We talk, just boom, real quick, property. We've shown you that they've got cities that are empty, right? They have their outlook. The foreign financial institutes had downgraded China's growth outlook for the year. Now, today ends, is it today? Let's see. U.S. ends Chinese tariff loophole, raising the cost of online goods, right? Online goods. How the U.S. tax loophole surcharged China's exports. Now, China had an enormous amount of exports coming our way using a loophole where they didn't send the whole container, right? Now, we have a lot of different ways they can ship their mass product. But if you go online and order, airlines have big contracts with these commerce companies around the world. Well, you take the we have crap products like Temu, you order that online today, and you get something for $2.98 online, and it goes on cargo. I want this one in a minute. I don't want it right now. It goes on the cargo, the underbelly of a plane. And because it's under an $800 purchase, there's no it's duty free. Now, you talk about tariffs, you talk about import tax, whatever you want. But, if you've ever traveled internationally, right, you'll see a duty-free store. Okay, and you can go in the airlines and you can go to the duty-free store. Well, that's exactly what happens when you order from these companies. Give me 78. First of all, give me 78. China says it's evaluating the possibility of trade talks with the U.S. Wow. And then give me number 84. You see, it's nothing to do with our country. They hate our country. This is just one I wanted to show you, the Chiron. What are China's conditions for trade negotiations? How about what are our conditions? What are ours? Now, the guy over at CNN, I listened to this guy. He said the shelves will not be empty, much like people want you to think. They won't be empty. So keep on rolling here. Number 89, CNN. Shipping exemption expires amid U.S.-China trade battle. Right? And 91, here is a little insight into China's We Have Crap. Shipping exemption expires amid U.S.-China trade battle. All right. Allows goods under 800 to come into the U.S. duty-free. So go back to 90, and we'll stay there a minute. So when you go to Temu and you buy something for $1.298, it gets put in a cargo well of a plane. And they have there's no charge. It's under $800. Products and big bulk orders that come those are in containers. That's much different. That is where a tariff applies. But the We Have Crap Tumo store in China and others, when you go online and purchase these airlines, you go Google it right now. Google it. Hit the Googly machine, right? And look at the airlines complaining. They're crying because they not only bring people in those planes, they have major cargo planes that it's under $800. They fly it in. That ended. It's gone. So give me number 38. I think that's the one I want. So remember, this past week, we brought this to you earlier in the week. What to know about Amazon Haul and Temu and is that Shein competitors. They bring in, I'm going to try to be able to see this because I can't see the print there. I'm going to try to get it large enough to where I can see it. It's Amazon's discount store, Amazon Haul, launched in November as an e-commerce giant's answer to bringing shoppers cheap goods from China and competing with Temu. Why it matters. President Trump's aggressive tariffs and trade war with China have hit the low-cost Chinese retailers. The low-cost Chinese retailers. So those factories today are cooling down. Yes. They're cooling down. That, the dog bed that you're getting for $4.98 from China, it's not coming today. They're shutting that down. And I have to tell you right now, this has pressure on China. And China is going to make a deal with Trump. Watch and see. So I want to do this, the China right into, they're going nuts on the commencement speech at Alabama University last night. And some of the things that President Trump said last night at the commencement speech for graduates. Give me number 71. Trump delivers University of Alabama commencement speech. And number 70, April jobs report due out in coming hours. So I want to come back to 71. Jobs report is coming out. No matter what the jobs report says, April jobs report is coming out this morning. And I want you to stay with 71. But before I go there, I want to remind you of something from yesterday. 96. This is who these people are. We talked about it. Right? Americans are pessimistic. Now go back to 71. Trump is talking to these graduates. The graduating class last year, the graduating class the year before that in this country. I mean, I think about a kid graduating with Biden as president of the United States. Give me 42. If you're graduating, this is got to be the most awesome time. You are in the class of 2025 that you will change things. You are the change agents, not me. I mean, I'm not saying my day is gone, that, I can't open a manufacturing plant. I'm not saying I can't do that. I'm not saying I can't go out and do something, or anyone my age. I get that. But you, the graduating class of 2025, President Trump last night that was on your stage in Alabama has paved the way. Don't go look for a job. Go create jobs. You see, if you come out of school and you look for a job, that's great. That might be who you are. We got to have everybody for the world to turn. Takes different people. But if you come out of school and you look for a job, that's one thing. But you could be a job creator. You should be so optimistic about the future in 2025 of the groundwork that President Donald Trump is laying right here in your country, in your neighborhood, and in your town to revitalize, restore, and make America great again. You should be so excited about it. So as they're out there making fun of Trump's commencement speech, I'm excited for young people today. I wasn't really up last year for young people, considering what it could be. If Kamala Harris is president of the United States, thank God she's not. If Kamala Harris is president of the United States, you have the graduating class here in 2025 looking for a job with the government. Right? Just saying. But Scott Bessent, Donald Trump, and many others, Doug Burgum, they're all working right now to turn it around to where you could be the job creators. You could save the graduating class of 2025. You could be the ones to save the these small town USA, Main Street. You could be the one to revitalize those old factories. Now, when you hear them pessimistic on TV and say Donald Trump has visions of grandeur of the 40s and 50s and manufacturing will never happen again in this country. Well, most of those factories are turning into AI factories. But you could be the one leading the way in the next generation of factories and helping give back to your community and the country that has given so much to you. So I'm really excited about that. China will make a deal because Temu, we have crap to Amazon Haul. They have to. China has to come to the table. It's exactly like Scott Bessent said. All right, when we come back, we want to wrap up with the minerals deal. We want to talk a little bit about that in Ukraine. And let's see, I had something else I wanted to cover before we go. Well, we got a little more on the NSA we want to throw out there. We'll get to it when we get back. When we get back, we'll handle it then. We'll see you right after these commercials.
Great news, Chevy buyers. Truck Month has been extended at Days Chevrolet in Jasper with up to $9,000 off new 2025 Silverado 2500 Crew Cab four-wheel drives. From light duty to heavy duty, you're going to save a payload during Truck Month up to $9,000. Come get them before they're gone at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, we're back, folks. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Where do we go from here? Diane, I just sent you 2 more graphics. When you get them, it's marked 100 and 101. When you get 101, could you just put it up? Just go ahead and put it up. All right, so at 10 o'clock, the Georgia Hour, call your friends, call the attack dog, call Sally Grubbs. Let's see, call Josh. Go ahead and call Josh. Tell Josh to call his attorney. Oh, he is an attorney. Call the local DA. Maybe we want to let the local DA call Chris Carr. Maybe he'll want to investigate some of the things we're putting up. Just saying. Make the call. 1 call. That's all. Ooh, I better stop there. That may be trademarked. All right, folks, I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Now, you know, we made a commitment to pick up the mantle. We did. We made a commitment to pick up the mantle and run with it, right? And because this person is very busy, I mean, you remember when Candace said, I'm going to bust Georgia's political crime syndicate wide open? She's done with it. Well, Candace is busy right now. So we're going to help Candace out at 10 o'clock and bust this wide open. Right, Holly? All right, take a break. No, don't take a break. Take that down. My gosh, this thing is getting wide open. Now, you know, they're trying to find the Maryland man. The Maryland man. There should be a song. Write that song, send it to me. But, you know, you keep hearing about the Maryland man, and I love when this guy boxes it up and puts it out there. Let's go with video 8 before we get into anything else this morning.
Most of your papers never covered her story when it happened. To the extent that you covered it at all, it was because President Trump forced you to cover it by highlighting it repeatedly over and over again. He had to shame you into covering it. And each and every one of you that sides over and over again with these MS-13 terrorists, to the extent that you have the financial means to do so, you all choose to live in condos or homes or houses as far away from these kinds of gangbangers as you possibly can. If I offered any one of you a rent-free home with no taxes to pay in any of these gang neighborhoods, and I said your neighbors are MS-13 terrorists or Mexican mafia or Sinaloa cartel or Tren de Aragua, I couldn't pay you to live there. But yet you, with your coverage, are trying to force innocent Americans to have these people as their neighbors and that one day their daughter may be abducted from their home and raped and murdered. So you're not going to get an ounce of sympathy from this administration or President Trump for the terrorists who've invaded our homes and our country.
Wow. And it's like that.
I think
it's like that, isn't it?
I think I can listen to Stephen Miller all day long.
I am with you 100%. Hey, you know what? How many times we said, you know, they would be calling 911. How fast would they be calling 911 if these people were in their neighborhoods? They go to their nice little condos, gated condo community, right?
Was it DeSantis that sent the migrants up to Martha's Vineyard and they had a freak out?
Yeah, I think, remember when the bus arrived at Martha's Vineyard? Oh, I like this. Someone called this Stephen Miller from the top rope. So, yes, exactly. But if you were offered, and I keep saying that is a personal passion of mine, is, you know, we have areas in this country that children, Black, white, Hispanic, you know, Asian, that they should be able to live, go to school, sit outside and read a book, not worry about a stray bullet from a gang, not worry about MS-13. And this wife beater, MS-13 gang member, they will not shut up until they bring him back. So Stephen Miller from the top rope. There you go. Now, I want to put this out there. We're going to keep an eye on this. Number 5. And let me get that up here. Trump official says ex-leader of cyber agency is under investigation. The disclosure came 3 weeks after President Trump directed the Justice Department to investigate the former agency leader, Chris Krebs. Krebs, right? Trump administration official says on Thursday that Chris Krebs, who debunked President Trump, this is the New York Times, lies about the 2020 election as head of federal cyber agency, lost his membership in an expedited customs program, right, for travelers because he is facing a federal investigation. Now, what they will tell you about Krebs, they always like to come back and say Trump appointed him. That's not true. Mike Pence put him in that position. Never forget that. Krebs was not put in that position by Donald J. Trump. He was put in that position by Mike Pence. All right. Now, I'm going to talk about this at 10 o'clock. Give me number 16. We are getting ready to go into 2026. Brad Raffensperger, the Secretary of State, and I just want to show this because we have viewers in Pennsylvania, Idaho. We have viewers in Texas, California. I think almost everyone that follows politics in America knows Brad Raffensperger, the Georgia Secretary of State, the one that had the phone call recorded with President Trump. That laid the groundwork for Fonnie Willis to investigate Trump and have him arrested on RICO charges. I'm going to show you at 10 o'clock in the Georgia hour. We're going to move it over to the Georgia hour. He may run for U.S. Senate or governor. And here's where you're going to get upset. He did win a second term as Secretary of State after the 2020 election. I know what you're going to tell me. Well, that was rigged. I'm going to show you where he was at yesterday. And I'm going to explain some things to you that I've showed you several times. Now take that down. All right. Number 20, Trump is releasing his budget. Okay. 2026 budget. Mike Johnson and John Thune, they've got to get this done. They have to finish this up. I do not see a need for them to wait to July. I don't see a need for them to wait until July to get their budget done and get it out so we can have confidence. Now, I tell you what, our Georgia hour is so strong today. Let me make sure I'm not leaving anything out nationally, but our Georgia hour is so strong today. I think what I might do is take a break, come back, go through some of the polling, and you want to stay, because when I come back, what I'll do is I'll do some of the polling for Senate. I will do some things that you are interested in nationally, that you're going to want to know about nationally, and then we'll get into, at 10 o'clock, what I consider the corruption in the Georgia GOP Inc. So let's go ahead and go to break, come back, do a little Georgia/national interest with some polling, and then we'll go into the Georgia Hour with Josh McCoon and the Swamp. Take a break.
Chevy buyers, Truck Month has been extended at Days Chevrolet in Jasper with up to $9,000 off new 2025 Silverado 2500 Crew Cab 4-wheel drives. From light duty to heavy duty, you're going to save a payload during Truck Month, up to $9,000. Come get them before they're gone at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report. Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Welcome to the Georgia Hour. The Georgia Hour on voiceofruralamerica.com. Diane, I want to ask you a question. Just give me the high sign, yes or no, text it. Instead of going to break at 10 o'clock, can we put the card up, leave it there for about 30 seconds, come back and start a new recording so people can find that's going to be, can we do that? Okay, got it. Thank you, Diane. All right, folks, and the reason I want to do that is I don't want people to have to look for this. But in Georgia, we have several races getting ready to take place here in 2026. And the reason I want to do this is because I'm thoroughly convinced that Josh McCoon, the current chairman of the Georgia GOP, Inc., and his entourage, the evil ones, will not be able to produce the results. They don't study it like I do. Now, Josh does not, okay? And I will tell you this, if you can prevail out there, the grassroots, I will help. So I'm not looking for a Travis Bowden 9-to-5 job anywhere. I'm just not interested in that. But I will be glad to help any way I can to win. Now, I know what they're going to say to you. Oh, my God. Did you hear that? I've always been willing to help. I was willing to help when I ran for first vice chair. I have always answered the phone for any county chair. I've always been willing to help, and you out there know that. So my goal is to win in 2026 and not set things up for a loss that's going to cause a problem in the presidential race in 2028, and Josh cannot do that. So here's a couple things. Now, the AJC cannot wait for Josh McCoon to be in charge of the Georgia GOP, Inc., so they can win with Ossoff. They can't wait for that. That's the reason you hear the AJC giving Josh McCoon all these accolades, okay, period. Now, number 9, there was some polling that came out yesterday. All right. Polling came out yesterday, and AJC poll, Kemp neck and neck with Ossoff in possible Senate setup. Now, the state is waiting, and so is the nation, and so is John Thune, and so is Tim Scott. That they're waiting. A lot of people are waiting for this move from Brian Kemp. Now, number 10, the latest AJC poll shows exactly why Kemp, whose approval rating sits at 60, this is according to them, is the only Republican in the survey who polls close to Ossoff. The Democrat holds commanding lead over the others. So let's just go with the polling number 11. Here's John Ossoff, number 11, the AJC poll. Brian Kemp, John Ossoff. Ossoff, 46. Kemp would be at 49. Now, this polling is early on. We're not putting anything into this. Marjorie Taylor Greene up against John Ossoff. 54 Ossoff, 37 Greene. And John King, and this is the Senate, 51-38. John King does just a tad better than Marjorie Taylor Greene. And Brad Raffensperger, according to their poll, pay attention, is another tick over, 39-48. Now, I can hear you out there. This is not true. This is not accurate. It would never happen. I get it. Now, Senate is the top of the ticket, very top of the ticket. Then you have governor, lieutenant governor, and so on. Now, Burt Jones wants to be governor. We'll talk about that. We're going to stay on the Senate for a minute. Marjorie Taylor Greene cannot win a statewide race. She can't win a statewide race. It's not going to happen. If Marjorie Taylor Greene is at the top of the ticket, governor, lieutenant governor, all the way down through there, ticking all the way down through there, they have a problem. Just fact. We're talking politics. They have a problem. John King, insurance commissioner. He's not going to be elevated all the way to Senate on statewide race. Just don't see it. If he's at the top, got a problem. John Ossoff and Brad Raffensperger, once again, if Brad's at the top, we got a problem. It's going to be pretty hard for Brad to run and MAGA underneath there if Burt Jones is truly MAGA. So we're going to be talking about that and laying that out. And the AJC knows that. And that's why we're working hard here to drain the swamp in June so as we could win in the upcoming 2026 election, laying the groundwork for the presidential election in 2028 for J.D. Vance. The team out there, Josh and the evil ones, are not going to do it, all right? They think they're a member of the Garden Club or something. So, that being said, you have number 12. Kemp approval rating is bolstered by a strong support from independent, pay attention, and even a third of Democrats. Even a third of Democrats. So we'll come back to this because we're just laying some groundwork. But if I was putting a marker, now here's John King, number 14. You got to follow, I follow all their X Twitter feeds. Here's number 14. This is the Commissioner of Insurance, John King. At last year's Georgia GOP convention, I said I was all in to make sure Georgia went red in November. I'm ready to do it again in 2026. All right. So this leads us to this guy, and this is why I think he's running for office. I don't think he's running for Senate. I think he might be running for governor. Okay, I think he might be running for governor, is my opinion. Senate, but give me number 15. Pay attention, because this is the race. Now, he has been getting out there. Brad Raffensperger has been standing behind Brian Kemp at the Capitol on every single bill he signs. It's great to be with the governor today as he signed this reform and this budget and this, and it's great to be with the governor. It's great to be at the Cobb Chamber of Commerce. It's great to be here today at the Rotary Club. That's the campaign he ran for Secretary of State. Now, this is a tell. This is a tell. Where is he at? He's in Coosa. He's in Catoosa County, right? He's in Catoosa County. Right? There you go. Now, I think the Catoosa County Republican Party would struggle to put him on the ballot as a Republican up there, but he's in Catoosa. Now, Georgia's Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger was the Catoosa County Chamber of Commerce keynote speaker at our network lunch. Well, I'll be damned. And then you got number 16. He's at Catoosa County Chamber of Commerce. And here's him a picture. I don't know if that's the sheriff. Is that the sheriff number 17 in the big hat? And there's deputy and an investigator. I know a deputy sheriff investigator a mile away there in the blue. Is that the sheriff with the big hat of Catoosa County? Now, here's the interesting thing of where Brad ventured into, because I've watched him do this before. Or the secretary. Number 18. These are the results from Catoosa County, Georgia. Right? President Trump, 77.5. Marjorie Taylor Greene, 72.3. And then the top vote getter, Colton Moore for Senate, State Senate, he received in Catoosa County 78%. So this is a 75% plus R. That's big. And Brad went right into it. Now let's play video 6.
Let's talk about the future here. There is a big election year coming up in 2026. There is a Senate position up for grabs. Senator John Ossoff, a Democrat, is going to be up for re-election. And the governor's mansion here in Georgia is open. When you look ahead to those races, what kind of candidate from your party do you hope emerges?
A true conservative.
What does that look like?
I think you're looking at him.
You're running?
Could be. I'm looking at all my options, and we're talking to our team, and so we'll let you know, in a few months.
I'll be damned. I'll be damned. A true conservative. And that is, you're looking at him. You're looking at him. We'll let you know. We're talking with our team. Maybe. Wow. This is going to be one interesting 2026. I'm going to have to come out of retirement. Oh, this is retirement to me. I'm only working 12 hours a day. I'm coming out of retirement for this one. I'm going to ratchet it up. Maybe throw in 16 hours. But there he is, number 36, number 16. He went yesterday, Catoosa County Chamber of Commerce. Now, I told people this right here. I have told people over and over. The guy comes to Gilmer County, Georgia. Gilmer County voted 78% for Donald Trump. The guy comes from Gilmer County, Georgia, running for Secretary of State. In the primary, he's got Jody Heist, very popular 10th District Congressman. Trump endorsed. He's got David Belle-Isle, former Alpharetta mayor, very popular guy around the state. He's got T.J. Hudson, former sheriff of, I forget where it was, former probate judge chair, state probate judge chair, well known in several circles. Guy comes to Gilmer County, we've got 400 people. I moderate a 2-hour debate with him. Straw poll, I think he gets 5 or 6 out of 400. 3 weeks later, he goes to the Gilmer County Chamber of Commerce, just like the Catoosa Chamber of Commerce, and he gives a speech about 125 people. They give him a standing ovation. I think he's running for governor. Now, speaking of governor, number 26, Governor Kemp will be doing a fundraiser for the following rhinos. I'm sorry. Just say it. The following, he is going to save the date. Kemp, Marty, and John Burns. Wow. Governor Floor Leader Lauren McDonald, District 26. They're going to hold a fundraiser. Alan Powell, Rick Jaspers, Carter Barrett, Brett Cox, Trey Rhodes, Lauren McDonald III, Matt Brass, Bo Hatchett, Larry Walker. There you go. There'll be a fundraiser. Now, there is the coveted prize for Lieutenant Governor of Georgia to be endorsed right behind Burt Jones in the primary by Donald J. Trump. Now, these two guys have not announced, but they did make their way to D.C. Now, the first guy that went up and had a sit-down meeting, number 27, right, at the White House last Thursday, a sit-down meeting, was State Senator, Republican State Senator Steve Gooch. Gooch was in Washington, D.C. last Thursday in a meeting discussing being interviewed for a possible Donald Trump endorsement for lieutenant governor, while at not the same time, right after Steve Gooch he went first. Here you go. This is the other day, number 32. State Senator Greg Dolezal of Cumming traveled to D.C. this Wednesday. So Gooch went last Thursday looking for that endorsement. I guess Dolezal heard about it, and he rushed up to D.C. Wednesday to see if he could get the endorsement for lieutenant governor. All right, we're going to take don't go anywhere. We're going to take a 30-second break. Just 30 seconds. Card and coming back, so don't leave so we can start a new recording. So take that little break, Diane, and we'll be right back in about 30 seconds. All right, folks, we are back. I'm your host, BKP. You are watching the Georgia Hour. The Georgia Hour. I have everything here. We've got so much, Diane. You're watching the Georgia Hour on voiceofruralamerica.com with BKP. You know, Diane, if you or myself or anyone else out there misused the company credit card in the tune, if we would misuse the company credit card in the tune of $2,000, we wouldn't be calling it an error. They would be calling it a felony. I mean, seriously, that's what they'd be calling it. They wouldn't be calling it an error. They'd be calling it a felony. Now, I'm your host, BKP. We're going to talk about Josh, the swamp-dwelling McCoon creature, GOP chair, Inc., and his evil posse. The evil ones that surround him. So Remember this. Give me number 101. This is okay. Give me number 101, and I don't say this lightly. Sorry about the freeze up there. But remember when Candace Taylor said, "I'm going to bust Georgia's political crime syndicate wide open. Done with it." Now, Candace was the chair of the 1st District of Georgia, and we've heard a lot about watch parties, and we think it's appropriate to have some watch parties around the state. Okay, you raise some local money in your district or your in your county, and you get together and you order some pizzas and you put the big screen TV on and you have a watch party to see President Trump's results. I get that. I'm fine with that. I have personally attended. But we have, and this is going to be something we go further into next week, but we've discussed the amount of money that was spent in Atlanta by Chairman Josh McCoon on the watch party. Now, we are learning, we're learning that the chairman, whomever fills out the FEC reports, in the description pretty much puts whatever they want in there. Now, we have heard the $70,000 was reimbursed from the RNC, right? From the RNC for attorneys to come in. And Josh won't apologize for having attorneys come in and putting them in motel rooms for 3 days downtown in Atlanta, and room service, the whole works, whatever you need. Order steak, lobster, whatever, get a couple drinks, get whatever you want out of the mini bar. We got you, right? Okay. He won't apologize for that. But what he doesn't apologize, which we want to look further into, and we have our investigative team. We have an investigative team. We do. They're working nonstop. Between this weekend, you're going to be shocked Monday what is uncovered. So we have what we call Friends of Josh. Now, if you are a friend of Josh McCoon, the Georgia Republican Party, or maybe even his wife, Jacqueline, right? You can get a pretty good deal, contract, maybe even a sizable check from the Georgia GOP Inc. for yourself. We call it Friends of Josh. Now, Josh is working with the evil ones overtime, just overtime, trying to protect the castle. They are making deals all across the state to try to protect the castle because of what we are uncovering. I've said this over and over, and I'll say it again with a question mark, all right? I think if we really got in there and got the credit card receipts and was able to go through and do a full investigation of the Georgia GOP Inc. for several years, some people will go to jail. Might be a felony. So, and then Josh, they would call Josh. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why I keep freezing. But then they would call Josh. Keeps freezing up, don't it? I don't know why this thing keeps freezing up. But then, well, they wouldn't call Josh that. You have to get convicted. So let's scoot right past that. I don't want to imply Josh has done anything illegal. So what do we got here? Oh, the watch party. So give me 100. Now, the Georgia Republican Party, Inc., Chatham County, okay, Republican Party, that would be Candace Taylor. Candace Taylor. Food for Debate Watch Party, $1,826. Oh, that's pretty good. $1,826. Food for Debate Watch Party, Georgia Republican Party, Inc. Okay, No problem. I would think Chatham County and the district is large enough that they could have raised enough sponsors or got enough sponsors. But I guess Candace, I don't know, maybe Josh, well, I better not say it. I have to be careful today going into the weekend. So last night, they're hostile. They're very hostile. They're angry. They brought the attack dog out. Give me the attack dog. Where is my attack dog? Give me number 24. The attack dog was on the front row last night. They went up into the 9th District, which is now establishment friendly and grassroots hostile. They'll get mad at me for that. And they were up there last night, and it was all a setup. And we're going to show you some things. And remember yesterday, Diane, I want to go through 61, 62, 63, and 64. I want to put them on the big screen. Take the attack dog down. All right. Now, we showed you yesterday, we even called the personal trainer on the phone. All right. And here's 61 when Diane sets it up. She's working hard there, folks. You will see the FEC report. Now, we know that it's 90 pages, and Karen Henschel prepares it, not Josh McCoon, all right? And Karen Henschel takes all the receipts and everything, and she prepares the FEC report. Now, we know, because she has said this, that the treasurer, Lori McLean, she gets these reports at like the last minute and cannot comb through 90 pages of the report before it has to be turned in. And they know inside 90 pages they're hiding things. So where Lori's concerned, and I can't answer for the treasurer, and I won't be disrespectful to this individual, but a lot of times the report, as long as everything, the money in and the money out matches and things like that, because you got to remember, Josh keeps using Lori, and Josh keeps saying everywhere, we could show you over and over and over where Josh keeps saying, well, the treasurer would not sign these. Now, Josh is nervous over the money. He's very nervous over the money. Okay. And I don't just mean, in my opinion, I don't just mean because he's the CEO. All right. And I don't just mean for the re-election. I think he's nervous for other reasons. Because right here, you can see the Georgia Republican Party, Inc. And then you can see Abby Personal. And the purpose is a meeting. So my question is, who is going in here and saying, put it down for a meeting? Somebody, because I have done a lot of financial reports in the past. Oh yeah, believe it or not, Travis, Steve Kramer, the ones over on Signal calling me all those names. I have read several financial reports, and I've had to do budgets and line items before. I know you don't think I'm bright enough, or bright, should I say enough? I don't know. But you see that right there? Who puts down meeting? And then we showed you yesterday the way it's put down, the 479, there's a federal share and a non-federal share. Now, that is different kind of reporting, folks, for those out there in Yorba Linda, California. That's different kind of reporting. See, certain campaign finance laws and reporting applies federally, and certain applies, non-federal. And then does that mean the federal share is that they're taking some of the money? I don't know. These are questions. They're taking some of the money out of the millions of dollars that the RNC sent in? I don't know. I really don't. So that's 61. Give me 62. As you can see, once again. Now, wait a minute. On 61, I want to see something here. Don't go nowhere. All right. Go to 62. 63. And give me give me 64. All right, meeting. All of them say meeting. All right, we did that yesterday. Now, so last night at this forum, and we're going to play you, Diane, I want to go to video 10, all right? And we're going to start last night, for some reason, might be a coincidence, David's mic. Now, I want you to hear everything. We're going to break it down. We're going to break this down, okay? And I want you to hear go to 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 30 seconds. And pump up the volume because I know it sounds a little low and David's mic goes in and out. But there's a couple things we're going to break down here that I want you to hear both sides because they asked David about transparency. David Cross is the candidate. He's the current second vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party. He's a candidate for chair.
David, but I think we can make it for both of you. It says, you claim there's no transparency in the GOP financials if elected. How will you ensure that this happens? So that question's to you, and then you can address that.
Okay, so within the first 45 days, we're going to have a full audit of the books of the Georgia GOP. We're going to do
I need to turn it on. Yeah, there you go.
What's going on? As far as
expenses go. Just turn it on and off. One second. All right, sorry.
Hello, hey, there we go. So again, we need to doge the Georgia GOP. You know,
Here's the thing. Just keep talking. You're good.
Here's the thing. I don't know if there are any kind of, I don't know if there's any kind of malfeasance that's going on or anything that's happening with the Georgia GOP.
But what I can tell you is that there are inaccuracies that are happening in our FEC filings.
Here you go. Take mine. Start over. It'll be fine though. Just roll with it. You're good.
In our FEC filings. And in fact, today it was revealed that there were several charges to a personal training facility that somehow the credit card for the Georgia GOP was used in order to charge $479 for a monthly subscription to personal training. Now, how that organization got a corporate credit card number, I don't know. What troubles me even more is the fact that on the FEC filing form, there was $100 allocated towards federal expense and the rest of it towards non-federal. Somebody had to look at that document in order to fill that thing out. It wasn't, it had to be looked at. It was on there 4 times, and it was an 81-page document. So we need truth and transparency in our documentation. One of the ways that we're going to be able to bring back donors, small and large, is to make it so that we are providing them with financial reports on a quarterly basis. We don't have to give every last little detail, but we have to show what the big picture is. People are giving money to the candidates and not giving it to the party because they have no idea where the money's going.
All right, I want to go to Josh. With his answer, but I want to break this down. Now, David says last night, all right, in 45 days, there'll be a full audit. Now, I'm going to show you right now because I know Josh McCoon, and I don't know if you can pick up the tell signs, but he's a nervous wreck. He is a nervous wreck on this one. He really is. He's sweating bullets. And I'm going to break it down for you and show you, all right? There's going to be an audit. The FEC filings, we've got a lot of problems with. The credit card, several charges for $479, several charges to Alloy Personal. Now, we proved yesterday, okay? We proved yesterday that it's real. We called right here. Remember, Diane, we called. We put it up on the screen. We showed you their website. So it is real. It is accurate. Then yesterday afternoon, I'll just say it, Kylie Kramer asked me, "Hey, is this real?" And she wasn't like questioning me, "Is it real?" And I said, "Do me a favor, do your own research and get back to me." And it took a little bit over an hour, and she got back to me and she said, "Wow, I found it. It is real." Now, she wasn't disputing me. It's eye shocking. You just think to yourself, would the chairman allow? Because what David Cross is telling you is very accurate. Somebody filled out the form. Somebody split the dollar amount to go into different pockets, into different buckets. Somebody wrote meeting. Now, who thought that this place was a meeting? All right. Because that seems to be the area that they pull everything into, is meeting when necessary. So also David Cross, we'll talk about that later, because Josh will tell you he needs donors and he has all the relationships. Listen to Josh's response as we break this down. Okay? Go ahead, Diane. Come back to the video.
So we raised over $3 million in the last year and a half or so at the Georgia Republican Party. We raised over $3 million in the last year and a half at the Georgia Republican Party. We just had a fundraiser with Laura Trump that raised over $300,000. We don't have everybody rolling in the same direction, unfortunately. We might have raised even more. In terms of transparency, there is a monthly Federal Election Commission report that goes out. It is reviewed by our treasurer. It is signed by our treasurer. You heard her surrogate get up here and tell you she's not going to sign something that is not.
All right. I want to stay right there. Now, he's a nervous wreck. He's a nervous wreck. What do I say here? How do I drag someone else in? Now, he's not nervous right now, in my opinion, because he could lose an election. I think he's nervous that some things are coming out that, you understand, there may be some federal election. There's going to be other people listen to this. There's going to be people watch this. This guy is sweating. And there's a reason why he's now saying, Lori McClain signed it. Lori McClain signed it. I'm telling you right now, I know how this works. I see it. I smell it. Why do you think he's saying we have federal election laws and Lori McClain wouldn't sign it? Yes, sir. Him be a nervous wreck. He tells you, they raised $3 million and we would have raised more when Laura Trump, if people like David Cross, and he didn't say David's name. So back that up a second. Now listen to him lay track. Now, I know the attack dog's on the front row, and I know this is upsetting attack dog. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, we might have raised even more. In terms of transparency, there is a monthly Federal Election Commission report that goes out. It is reviewed by our treasurer. It is signed by our treasurer. You heard her surrogate get up here and tell you she's not going to sign something that is not complete and accurate. And I agree with that, because those reports are signed under penalty of perjury. You know about the issue that Mr. Cross just raised because we are totally and completely transparent. And yes, there was a mistake made with a personal charge on the party credit card. It was discovered.
Oh, Josh, you got to try better, especially if you got a guy like me watching Josh, because I'm sorry, this may have some arrogance, but I'm a professional at smelling and picking out and seeing and looking and noticing and finding bullshit. I'm a professional, Josh. So you got to try better, because you are really trying to throw Lori McClain under the bus. You're trying to cover your ass, because let me tell you, I want to back that up like 10 seconds. There was a mistake that was found, Josh, in the area of $2,000. Anywhere else, it's not called a mistake, Josh. It's called a felony. Yeah, Josh, it's not called a mistake. If the company credit card is misused, or an error, because here's what Josh will be missing in this, all right? Josh does not say there's a full investigation to be launched, because I have to tell you something right now, all right? If I had an alert and it said somebody just tried to charge $500 to my credit card, because let me ask you another thing, Josh, because I don't know, are you not, how is the operation handled? Because I have to tell you, just an old goofy, uneducated, dumb guy that you guys call me all the time, I got my bank on alerts. In fact, if my card is used outside of an area and I don't tell the bank, it sends an alert. Is this you? Are you using the card? Are you trying to make this charge? Right, Josh? I'm just saying, that's the real world we're in. So I have to tell you, Josh, he said, under the perjury, we're not done, folks. We got more fresh stuff coming up. Under the perjury under the penalty of perjury. Yes. Lori McLean, under the penalty of perjury by an attorney. Now, he's an attorney. Josh is an attorney. He knows what he's laying down. And there was an error. And wait a minute. Who found the error, Josh? Was there an error? Because Josh doesn't ask for a full investigation. So let's go back. Penalty of perjury. Just about 10 seconds. Let it fly.
Penalty of perjury. You know about the issue that Mr. Cross just raised because we are totally and completely transparent. And yes, there was a mistake made with a personal charge on the party credit card. It was discovered. It was fully reimbursed by me. I feel so strongly about making sure our donors are confident in our party. I have individually contributed $10,000 to the Georgia Republican Party this year in the off year. So we have monthly FEC reports. We have periodic.
Wait a minute, Josh. An error was discovered and it was totally reimbursed by you? Oh, so the personal training place didn't get a hold of the card. I hope law enforcement is on their way over there. Because what you're saying, Josh, is the $2,000, a couple grand, it's a felony, Josh. That's a felony. Well, for someone, the $2,000 wasn't charged incorrectly at the personal trainer. It was an error that was found and you reimbursed it, and then you doubled down and said, oh, I gave 10 grand last year. I got caught. Now, these are my words because I don't want to get in trouble, but I got caught stealing from the company, and I put it back. And I even put more than I should have, 10 grand. I'm serious. I don't know. What the hell am I hearing here? Who the hell is going over and sweating it with the oldies with these people? Who's wearing stretch pants? Because I sure as hell hope it's not Sally Grubbs and damn Debbie Dooley. I sure hope it's not Betsy Kramer over there. I don't know who it is. Who the hell, Josh, is going over there? Because what you're not saying and what we're not hearing is that it's incorrect that it went to a gym, a personal trainer. What we might be hearing is it's your personal trainer and friends of Josh's personal trainer, and you got caught, so you're going to pay for it yourself now. I don't know. I really don't know. Could you back that up a minute? See if I've lost my damn mind, can you? I just want to see. Holy shit.
Yes, there was a mistake made with a personal charge on the party credit card. It was discovered. It was fully reimbursed by me. I feel so strongly about making sure our donors are confident in our party. I have individually contributed $10,000 to the Georgia Republican Party this year in the off year. So we have monthly FEC reports. We have periodic reports to the state for our state finances. We have a treasurer who has signed off on each and every one of those reports. At every state committee meeting and every state executive committee meeting, there is a detailed treasurer's report given. And at our first meeting, because this was a campaign issue 2 years ago, we need a forensic audit, we need to do this and that. At the very first state executive committee meeting, I looked at everybody and said, does anybody actually want to do that? Does somebody want us to have an audit right now, to have a forensic audit right now? Not one person. And there was no issue presented to me at all about party finances until David Cross got into this race. And then suddenly, we were talking about that issue instead of talking about the great job we did raising the money we needed to fight this election and fight Fannie Willis all at the same time. The Arizona Republican Party had to sell their headquarters. The Michigan Republican Party went broke, but we kept the lights on in Georgia. Thank you.
So this question is for...
Please make sure we have this downloaded for evidence. This is evidence. You know, the dumbasses in the room, because if you were in the room and you're good, if you're doing this right now to Josh McCoon, I'm sorry, you're just a flat out dumbass. If you are a SEAL, woof, 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 woof. The guy said that $2,000 was charged to the GOP credit card that was caught, personal expenditure caught, and he reimbursed it, but he gave him $10,000. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, Joshua, you're just amazing. Anywhere else, that's a felony. Just say it, right? And David Cross, he wants to investigate. I didn't hear anything until David Cross did. And we raised this and we won. Oh, Joshua, you're just amazing. What the hell's wrong with these damn people? Diane, I don't want you to get too far in the weeds here, but just tell me yes or no. Am I losing my mind on this? Or are you hearing anything? Because I could have, this could be playing tricks on me.
He was very angry that he had to explain himself and what David, or what is being uncovered, and that it's David's fault that you're even paying attention to his finances, because
exactly.
it's not your business on what we do. You just need to be happy that we kept the lights on. Okay.
No, how dare you expose this? So, Diane, could you give me Brooks Brothers? So, we have a team, Josh, okay? Brooks Brothers, $131. Administrative purpose for distribution, a meeting. Did you have a meeting with the Brooks Brothers? Because I go to Brooks Brothers. I do. And I browse. And that's all I can do is just browse. Whoa, that's a nice shirt. Woohoo! That's a nice shirt.
Yeah,
look at that jacket.
That $131 probably only purchased one shirt.
Oh, it could have possibly been socks. I picked up a pair of socks one time at Saks Fifth Avenue. Oh, I'll never do that again. All right, so that's a long story. So Brooks Brothers, a meeting. $131.96. There's a federal share and a non-federal share. You see, somebody's putting this report together. Who told you? If Karen Henshaw, you may want to start writing this down for the investigation. Or Karen Henshaw, I have to just say it like this. I got nothing against you. You may want to be a whistleblower. I'm serious. Karen Henshaw, you may want to call right now and get whistleblower protection. Now, you may think I lost my mind on a Friday. No, that was Monday of this week. I didn't wait. I mean, Brooks Brothers. Holy smokes. I wonder if Josh misused the credit card again. Where's just give me another one. Give me another one. What do you got next? Do you have the website or the or the thing for that goes with it? Now, what is that? Sky Zone. Jump every day for 90 minutes all year long. Go back to the graphic there.
It's a trampoline. What's it called?
Well, Diane, they met there for a meeting. You could see that right there. They had a meeting.
With his 13-year-old son.
Easy. $58, $58.27. They had a meeting at Rock and Jump. They were jumping.
It's
Give
a
me another one. You got
trampoline
another?
playground is what it is.
You got another one? Now, what is this one?
The same gym, but this was done in December.
Well, I'll be damned. Huh. I think, hey, Karen Henschel, I'm just telling you the truth. Lori McLean, treasurer, Karen Henschel. Karen, you may want to call for whistleblower status. I don't know what this results in. It does not look legal. Now, I know Attack Dog out there. Look at that. That's another one. And this is not the same date. This is December 23rd, 2024. Personal trainer, right? What I can't see that. I don't have my glasses on. I can't pull that up right now. What are you showing me there, McFly?
Trying to look at the date on these.
Can we get all these documents? Give me 97 really quick. Can we get all these documents down to Katie Frost of the 3rd District? Because Katie Frost, a CNN contributor there, she's the chair of the 3rd District. She's a member of the music group, the Frosted Flakes, Papa Frost, Mama Frost, Brant, and the Frosties, all in the minivan. Okay. Can you get all this down to Katie? Because she will want all these documents when she holds her forum in the 3rd District to hold them up and ask Josh questions. I'm for sure. Can you get all those? Because it's important. Let's get all those documents to Katie immediately, because we know she wants to do the right thing. And I guess number 25, Josh has been over the gym. I don't know. Maybe he was over the gym here with this guy right here. I don't know who he's going to the gym with. There's charge after charge after charge. Just saying. I mean, maybe Cue Ball, Travis, and Josh. Just saying. Maybe they're going over to the gym. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. I mean, well, let me show you something. Well, get this. Give me 56. Can we get all this to the Godzilla bullshit? Because I'm for sure he wants to ask about it. I want everybody just to go to the Godzilla bullshit. Can we get who do we call at the Fed? Who do we call at the state level? Who do we call? Is there, can we get Chris Carr? Should we try to call Chris Carr and see if he'll investigate it? I'm not just making this up. I'm showing it to you in black and white. Now, last night, I'm going to give you the winner in a minute. We've got just a couple minutes. So Josh is up there, number 49. He's up there in the 9th District, and boy, he's looking fit and trim. He's out there with Richie Stoned and Cooper Whitmore. Could you call Richie? Send Richie Stoned these documents. Tell Richie Stoned to look into it. Maybe he needs to be a whistleblower. Richie, you might want to be a whistleblower. I don't know. You're in the office. I mean, you might. Cooper Whitmer, you might want to call Charlie Kirk. I'm serious, Cooper. You might want to call Charlie Kirk at Turning Point and say, we got a problem. I don't know. Just saying. Just saying. Now, we have number 50. We have the attack dog. Let's go with the attack dog. All right. This is Debbie Dooley, 32. I want to put this together because this is a problem. Now, someone, somewhere, somehow, I don't know, but I just get this gut feeling that Debbie gets compensated, ? Okay? Not that attack dog. Is that the right? All right. Wait a minute. 32. Does she change? No. Oh, the 33. I'm sorry, 33. Not him. He's not the attack dog. 33. Now, this was at the 9th District the other night. Oh, I have two 33s. I've got the wrong one. I'm sorry. Let's bypass that. I've got the wrong ones. I didn't send you the right 32 and 33. I'll do it now. Okay. There's Debbie. Let me send you. I'm going to send you this right here, Diane, because I want people to see it because it's actually relevant. Now, last night, I'm going to show you the winner. The winner last night was I got two of these, Diane, when they come over. Noreen Cantor. All right. Noreen Cantor was the winner last night, second vice chair, and I'm going to show you that. So let's just show them the attack dog really quick. Give me video 9. And then we're going to stay serious here. We got a lot going on. Video 9.
Well, I am an attack dog. So just to let you know, I am that's why they focus a lot on me. And the way I look at it, if they're focused attacking me, they're not going to be focused attacking Josh McCoo.
Give me number 24, the attack dog. None other than the attack dog. Now, number 40, there she is. Number 44, this is Sally Grubbs and Josh McCoon. All right, this is his running mate, Sally Grubbs, number 44. And all they know to do is attack David Cross. When I think... we have a team. They're going through every one of those documents, every one. We're getting ready to release between now and Monday. Now, throughout the weekend, we're going to have a total search. Be ready for Monday morning with more documents. But last night at let's go with Sally Grubbs, 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 30 seconds. Now, listen to this attack. Because they go into last night, they go in, him, her, they go into last night knowing they got to try to take David out. The room was hostile. Josh and them, they had it set up. The attack dog's on the front row. This is a very hostile room, very hostile against Noreen, Lisa Pierce, David. I've talked to all three. Very hostile last night. Very intimidating. So Sally knows she's got to run cover for Josh. All right. So she attacks David because they got a problem. 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 30 seconds.
That's why when I went to a party, I went to older established people, not older in age, but older in wisdom, to go say, this is what I want to do. What would you suggest? How would you think I should handle this? And I kept those people involved to the point of unity. I will say, however, that to be fair, I went to the other candidate and asked his vision for the first vice chair, and I was told that that would not be shared with me unless I did three things: to disavow someone, to request someone be removed from a radio program, and to retract a statement that I've made. And I don't think it's fair to extort someone for behavior when you're looking towards the future, you're looking towards the 2026 election. We are going to have the biggest Senate race probably that the country has ever seen. We need to hit the ground running, and we need to be unified in a goal and a purpose, and that is my vision for the first vice chair, to be unified with goal and purpose. Okay, so this question, we've asked it just about everyone.
So first of all, she's very presumptuous that she feels she's already won. And what she's saying is she went to David Cross to ask him what, what her goal. All right, here's 51. All right, here's 51. This is Debbie and the attack dog. All right. And Attack Dog and Sally are at the Cobb County GOP the night of the convention where they used Debbie Dooley. And I would not do another event with Debbie Dooley in the room. I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. I mean, if you're out there and you are like 9th District, and well, I asked David what his plan was for me, and he wanted me to disavow and ask someone to be off a radio show. Would that be the radio show, the Godzilla of Bullshit? That'd be Debbie. So that was Sally last night trying to run cover. Josh needs Sally in there with him. Hopefully not to continue what I consider a cover-up that's being exposed right here on our program. Now, the winner of the night, and then we're going to get back to some documents to close up the day. But the winner of the night is the candidate for second vice chair, Noreen Cantor. And I have to tell you, she had the guts and courage. Now, they really attacked David, all right? And Noreen had the guts and courage. She did not care. She said what she wanted to say. Now, they asked Noreen, what about Noreen Cantor's running for second vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party? And they asked, what if you win and Josh wins? Well, let's go to 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 14 seconds.
And that's why I play a big role in bringing everybody together for my position.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this question also is for Noreen, but I'm going to make it into one for everyone. For Noreen, you've been very vocal about what you're saying for the current chairman. If Josh McCoon is reelected, how we can work with him. And the bigger question for everyone is how do you unify the party? So we'll start again with Noreen here, and then we'll go back through.
Wow, let's pick on Noreen Day, isn't it? This is cool. Okay, well, everybody knows that I think there is no integrity, no transparency at the Georgia GOP. If by chance I win and Josh is chairman, I guess I get to be a mushroom like David was and sit in the back and do nothing because he'll probably ignore me like he did David. So, but I will stand up and I will make my voice be heard because people, if you don't know me, I'll say what's on my mind whether you like it or not. So if I do happen to win, I will try to work with Josh, but will he try to work with me? That's another story because I think the second vice chair should be in charge of getting grassroots elected. I mean, American first, grassroots elected from the bottom up. Because if we don't get rid of these rhinos, like I said, we're going to lose 2026 because we keep losing seats. So if I win, Josh wants to work with me, I'm good with it. Thank you.
you to repeat the question.
How do we unify the party? That's
Noreen put it right out there. I'll probably sit in the back. He'll probably treat me the same way he treated David. He'll probably treat me the same way he treated David. Noreen Cantor, the winner of the night last night. That was really great. Now, as we close, we're going to run through one more time before we close what has taken place in a very calm calm manner. Lord, they'll make fun of me for my pronunciation on Signal today, won't they? All right, now, give me number, and I want to show you, because number 32. All right, here's Mongo Jason Taylor. This is the new 32 I sent over. I sent a new 32 and a new 33. Did you get that? I didn't know if I told you I sent them. If you don't have them, that's all right. I can move on. Okay, there's the attack dog, right? I think after midnight she goes woof, woof. We'll show you in a minute. But here is Jason and Jason Mongo the Thompson going over something with Debbie Dooley, right? Okay, no problem. That's last Friday night. Now here's number 33. All right. Now here is Debbie, Josh, and Sally. Now they worked these deals out. Like going up there last night, they were all in cahoots. They knew what everyone was going to do. All right. Josh, Sally, and Debbie. All right. There they are. Now, last night, this is serious because they're bad people. They're really, really bad people. You've got to call around the state and get rid of these people. Number 54, you see cue ball, right? This is Travis Bowden, number 54. You see him, right? This is Josh's bodyguard / best friend / well, you fill in the blank, right? Gym partner. Woo, boop, boop. Okay, we'll show that one more time before we leave. But this is Travis Bowden. You got to pay attention to all this for a reason. Now, they all travel together. Well, maybe they didn't ride together. Maybe. I don't know. But Travis is there. Advisor to the chair. Right? Debbie is there. Sally is there. You see, they all make deals. They're all in cahoots. This is very, very... And then you've heard Debbie tell you she's their attack dog. They have a plan. Now, Debbie's not... Maybe... Debbie, are you this charitable? Debbie, are you this charitable? I mean, I don't know. Maybe she is. So at the end, I just want to show you this for a reason. Okay. Now, attack dog is on the front row and David's there and she thinks it's funny. Give me 24. She sits on the front row and she thinks it's funny to make faces, to do things. She thinks it's funny. Give me the end. This is the very end of the program. Listen, 1 hour and 55 minutes. 1 hour and 57 minutes. 1 hour and 57 minutes. Watch, because I'm going to show you. Watch who Debbie hugs. Go. 1 hour, 57 minutes.
And I want to thank you for having me tonight. I appreciate it very much. Saturday evening in Covington, Georgia. Mike Collins is having his surf and turf, which is Southern surf and turf, which means catfish and fried chicken. But it is going to be a great event. I'm going to be speaking at it, and it starts at 4 o'clock. Hope everybody will come.
Before everyone leaves, make sure that you take home some of that food that's there on the back table. I know that those of us that help bring it don't want that to come home with us. Real quick, let's give all of our candidates a round of applause. And we look forward to heading to Dalton and seeing the results there. Real quick, I also want to extend a thank you to...
Did you see Debbie jump up and grab Josh? Did you see that? Did you see that embrace with Josh, Debbie Dooley? Can you go back to 157 one more time, 1 hour and 57? I don't care about Travis Bowden. We know that. Watch Debbie Dooley and Josh McCoon's embrace. And Josh puts her right on the front row. All right?
And I want to thank you for having me tonight. I appreciate it very much. Saturday evening in Covington, Georgia. Mike Collins is having his surf and turf, which is Southern surf and turf, which means catfish and fried chicken.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Attack Dog sits right on the front row. Yeah, jumped up, Josh, Travis Bowden, right? Give me video 9.
Well, I am an attack dog. So just to let you know, I am, that's why they focus a lot on me. And the way I look at it, if they're focused attacking me, they're not going to be focused attacking Josh McCoon.
Give me 54. Now she jumps up. She embraces Josh. She embraces Travis Bowden, both of them, right? She embraces both of them. Oh, yeah, big hugs. Just saying. They are in cahoots. Number 33, they make deals. I know they make deals. I just feel it. Don't you feel it? I mean, can you get away from this and not feel like when you see Sally and Debbie and Josh, that Debbie's going to all the events, sitting on the front? I mean, I don't know. Maybe number 35, maybe she is dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Maybe she does receive compensation. You never know, do you, huh? And then Diane, this is going to be very quickly. Now, 61, we won't go through all of them, 61 through 65, but yesterday, folks, and we have it here, we showed you yesterday, Alloy Personal. It shows up as a meeting. It's got a federal portion, state portion, $479. $479, right? And then you have, that's the gym. And then you have the jumping place. What is the jumping place? And that is recent. The date is, this is recent date in the recent FEC filing. Then you have the jumping gym, the trampoline gym. It's marked as a meeting. So is the Ally Personal, $58 right there. Okay. Then you have the Brooks Brothers. You got Brooks Brothers, and it's considered, it's a meeting also. A meeting, again, has a federal share, a non-federal share, $131.96, right? And then you have the other one from December, Alloy Personals. You got that one. Whenever you get to it, Diane, I know I'm jumping around here, but you got the one that we show you right there. It's $479. It is 2024. You notice Josh doesn't ask for any investigation. He doesn't ask for any review. He doesn't apologize for it. He doesn't apologize. He makes it sound like he is the one that found the problem. In fact, Diane, let's listen to him one more time. I know we got to go 1 minute. Let's go to 1 hour and 35 minutes for Josh to explain this. And when he does, watch, he throws Lori McLean under the bus, right? He never apologizes. He never says there's an investigation. He says he found, basically, The error was found. He made the repayment. Go ahead.
So we raised over $3 million in the last year and a half or so at the Georgia Republican Party. We raised over $3 million in the last year and a half at the Georgia Republican Party. We just had a fundraiser with Laura Trump that raised over $300,000. We don't have everybody rolling in the same direction, unfortunately. We might have raised even more. In terms of transparency, there is a monthly Federal Election Commission report that goes out. It is reviewed by our treasurer. It is signed by our treasurer. You heard her surrogate get up here and tell you she's not going to sign something that is not complete and accurate. And I agree with that because those reports are signed under penalty of perjury. You know about the issue that Mr. Cross just raised because we are totally and completely transparent. And yes, there was a mistake made with a personal charge on the party credit card. It was discovered. It was fully reimbursed by me. I feel so strongly about making sure our donors are confident in our party. I have individually contributed $10,000 to the Georgia Republican Party this year in the off year. So we have monthly FEC reports. We have periodic reports to the state for our state finances. We have a treasurer who has signed off on each and every one of those reports. At every state committee meeting and every state executive committee meeting, there is a detailed treasurer's report given. And at our first meeting, because this was a campaign issue 2 years ago, we need a forensic audit, we need to do this and that. At the very
under perjury of penalty of perjury, the executive committee of the Georgia GOP, I don't know how it works, what your rules are. The state committee of the Georgia GOP, I think you should be launching a full investigation into the chairman and his misuse of a credit card, don't you? Because I have to tell you, give me number 25. I have to tell you anywhere else that someone misuses and in error, $2,000, even paying it back because you got caught. A felony. I know they like to use that word. That's why I like it, because they like to use the word felony. You see, there's a lot of felons chilling in the Georgia GOP. They just haven't been caught. They haven't gone through the prosecutions. My opinion, the felons would be falling out of the box left and right, in my opinion, if we can go through some things. See, that would be called a felony in the real world. Just saying. Where's the investigation? I think an independent team of auditors. I think Karen Henschel, I'm very serious. You seem to be a nice person. You better go for whistleblower status. I'm not joking. I wonder if they're in there. I just wonder, it's a question mark, if they're in there shredding right now. I wonder if they are. Richie, give me a call. Tell me if you're in there, if they're working the shredder. Whew. Wow. Now give me 101. Candace, you should be proud of me today. In fact, I'm waiting for your tweet, or I'm going to bust Georgia's political crime syndicate wide open, done with it. Candace, I can't wait for you to post what we've done here and what we've uncovered and how happy you are that we're busting. Denise Burns, by the way, what do you think? Huh? Just wondering, Denise, what do you think? Marcy the narcissist, what do you think down there in the cab? John Fredericks, Godzilla bullshit, what do you think? Interesting. Oh, and then there's Princess. Princess, you're giving all this money? And this, who's buying the Ozempic? Well, just saying. Give me number 39. In the great words of my President of the United States of America, the world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but rather those who watch them without doing anything. Are standing by, waiting to come in and look at your books, Josh. Have a nice weekend, everybody. Let